Hi crafters, it's Hannah from HanCraftedCards.com. Welcome to my channel today. Today I'll be showing you how to make this wedding guest book. So we're going to be making the whole thing from scratch, the covers, the holes, there's a little bit dodgy there but I figured it out in the end, and how to decorate it. And I'll be showing you all what the inside looks like. So everything that I talk about I will list in the description. Any measurements that you're going to need, they'll be in the description. Links to websites and whatever that I talk about, it will all be there. So anytime you can just click show more. Anything that I forget to say I will type it in there. So that will be, just click show more in the description and you will see that. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, because there are a few other wedding type videos coming up and other crafty stuff too. So thank you to my subscribers who have come back, and we will get started. Okay, so in this video we are going to be making a guest book for a wedding. This is what we're doing it for. Just going to show you a couple of the things that I've done ahead. I've already cut my pages and my vellum pages and my chipboard. The vellum and I've just used Whisper White cardstock for the pages. Those are 8 inches by 8 inches. And the covers, I've just got 2 pieces of black chipboard that is 8 1/4, that are 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So we're going to do the covers in a minute. We're going to punch those in a minute. First of all, we're going to work on the first page that's going to be in the guest book. So this poem I found online. I will put a link to the post that I found it on anyway. It was somebody else did a video on a wedding guest book and they had this poem, so I've just copied it from her website. Where it came from originally I don't know, but it's just a very nice guest book poem. So I've just printed that onto some Whisper White cardstock as well. I have in a previous video talked about the type of printer that you need, that I found anyway is best for when you're printing on cardstock. It's the type that feeds in from, the paper feeds from the back to the front, rather than it going front to back, if that makes any sense. What I said last time, I'll put a link to the type of printer that I mean, so you'll be able to see it, because I can't really explain it very well in words. So on here we're going to do some embossing. So I'm just deciding what colour to do, because the designer series paper that we're going to use to decorate the front has got silver and I think it's copper, and then I'm going to use some of the champagne foil sheet as well. So I think to go best with that, I think I might do gold. So I'm just going to do just a little bit of embossing. Where's my embossing buddy? There it is. So yeah, I've printed this, cut it down to 8 by 8, and I'm going to do some stamping with the Cheers to the Year stamp set. So I just want those 2 images. Okay, I've got my Versamark. I'm going to stamp down the right hand corner and the top left. So I'm going to really make sure that they are embossing buddied up well, because I don't want any fingerprints or anything. So I'm going to do the big one, one there, one big one up here, and then a couple of little ones down here. And then gold embossing. Oh, I need a piece of paper. Quick, quick, quick. Go. So throw on the gold. Down there. And that one there. Yep, it's all covered well. Just tap off the excess. Pour this back into the pot. Oops. And spill it all over the place at the same time. Okay, lid on reverse mark. Okay. So before I heat it, I'm just going to, I've got some little bits that I don't want. So because this obviously would be for a wedding, I would take the time and make sure it's absolutely perfect. And I think after this is finished, I will put it in my Etsy shop. Because, well, hopefully it'll be really pretty. So I don't know anybody who's getting married at the moment, so it'll be in my shop, I think. Okay, so heat it. There. So that is that. I think that looks gorgeous. Love it. Okay. So I've just got, I always seem to feel like I've got embossing powder all over myself after I've embossed. I don't know. Just clean those off. Just cleaning off my stamps before we move on. Not sure if I'm going to use them again, but that is done. Beautiful. Okay, so the other pages, like I said, are just more Whisper White cardstock. So I've got 10 pages plus then the cover page, and I've got 4 pages that are vellum. So one's going to go over the cover, over the front of that page. Then the other 3 are just going to sort of slot in every couple of pages, because you could kind of use those for photos and stuff as well afterwards. So something like, oh no, hang on. Let's work this out, shall we? It's got to be even, hasn't it? Okay, so I've got 10 pages and 3. So every 3, isn't it? Oh dear. It's got to be even. 3. There, that'll do. Okay. So we've got cardstock and vellum for the pages. So those are done. You could stamp on some more of the pages if you wanted to as well. That would be very pretty. So for the covers, the back cover I'm not going to do anything to. So I'll put that to the side. Well, for the second. For the front cover, I think it's best if I punch it first to make sure I don't, you know, wreck the decoration that I'm going to do afterwards. So I've got my Zutter bind machine, which I'll be honest, I don't love it, but it's what I've got. I really want a cinch, but it still does the job. So I've punched a strip as a guide to know how many holes it's going to need for this piece of chipboard. So like I said, this is 8 1/4, so I've just punched a long strip, and if I hold up the guide, I can sort of see where the I can't speak today, where how many holes is gonna be needed. So you can see it comes up to about there, so that's 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 holes roughly is gonna do the cover. So if I then set this to cover, then I'm still learning with this, because I bought it off eBay, so there wasn't any instructions with it, so I've kind of just been guessing really, so I don't even know if I'm doing this right. So if I pop that in and hook a piece on. Do I still hook it on? Oh my goodness. Right, hang on. Can't actually do that, can it? Okay, so right, I'm just going to just go for it. So I'm going to try and line up my guide here with the guide along there. That's probably going to be the best way to do it, I think. Could be wrong, but hey. I'm going to have to cut that. Right. I have done projects with the Bind It All before, but like I said, I had no instructions, so I've kind of just been guessing, and whether or not I'm doing it right, I have no idea. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think that's about right. Oh no, I can't push it down. Whoa. Okay, then I need to move that again, I'm guessing. And then I can't, no, let's just do that. Okay. That's worked, I think. So I've kind of moved, because this little thing here is where you hook the last hole onto to make sure you've got the spacing right, but obviously with chipboard you can't bend it like that, so I've just moved it out of the way completely, then put it in and moved it back to sort of make sure it's in the right, and you didn't see that at all, sorry. So I've moved it out the way, put the chipboard in, and then moving it back to hook onto, to hook in. So hopefully then it will be in the right place, she says. Roughly. Probably should have flipped it around the other way. Oh well. I think that's... I should have one more hole. Okay. Okay, so that is the front cover, and while I'm here I should probably just do the back cover as well. So if I use this guide again, actually no, I don't need to. I can just put that in to line up with cover, because that fit perfectly, didn't it, when I did that? That was in the right place. Yep. So just slide it in, and so this is also why I want the cinch, because it seems so much easier. I don't know if I'm making this more difficult, but it just seems easier to use. It's probably me just doing it wrong. And I'm just trying to find excuses to buy a cinch. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, so. Okay, and then. Okay, so we've got two, and they line up. Thank goodness. So I'll do the pages in a little bit. I just want to work on the cover now. Let's see what time we're at. So for the cover, we're going to use some, like I said, some of the champagne foiled sheets. Let me grab one of those. I haven't cut anything down yet, but I hadn't decided how big I wanted it. So this is the same cardstock that I've used on the wedding invite video, so I will link to that as well. So I'm still working on just one piece of cardstock so far, one 12 by 12, so that's made the invite, one RSVP, and now for the cover as well. So pretty good going. So basically what I want is a strip, just a strip down the middle, and then I'll do some stamping for the for the front. So I want it to go from top to bottom. So for the champagne sheet, I want that to be about 2 inches. So a strip of that, and then this paper is going to sit next to it, probably overlap a little bit, so that's going to be about 5 inches. So I just want them to just overlap a little bit with each other, like so, and then I'm just going to cut them to 8 1/4, which is how big the book is. Well, the front covers anyway. Have a strip of that, then that, love it, and some of the ribbon that we used as well. That's going to wrap over. So first I'll stick this strip. There's my fast fuse. So I'm trying to get as close to the edge as possible. And then, whoa. going on with this thing? Oh, okay. Okay, then this one. I'll just go and fix this 1 second. Okay, all sorted. So I'm just putting fast fuse on the back of this piece. Just overlapping it slightly. Ah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and I do have some of the foiled thingamybobs, but we'll get to that in a second. Just need to grab another piece of Whisper White. That's what we're going to do some stamping on. So it's going to go across there. Now, really what I would do is write it, to be fair, which I could show you. I mean, I'm not like the best calligraphist at all, but I kind of can do it a little bit, so I'll show you what I would do. Grab my book and another piece to practice on first. So it's got to say guest book. So scrap of paper so I can spell it right firstly. G-U-E-S-T book. Okay. Actually I need this book. See, I've got, this is the book that I'm using to try and learn calligraphy. So it's a really good book actually. It gives you lots of drills for each letter, so you go over and over and over and over each letter and just keep going until you've done the whole alphabet, which is pretty awesome. So let's give it a practice. I need a pen, which was a gift from my mum, these pens that I'm going to use. They're all in different size nibs, so let's go for that size. It's not the thickest nib, it's one, oh no, that is a bit thick. No, actually we'll go for that one. So G-U, oh, I just spell it again. G-U-E-S-T. So it'd be G-U-E-S-T. So we're gonna go guess G-U, it's just you. See, this isn't very good. S and T. Oh, that's terrible. Oh dear. B. ditto again. Oh dear, this is not very good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that, but that's just a practice one. So, probably a good idea to do it very lightly in pencil, and then go over it in ink. This is very rough. Okay, so something like that, and now I'm going to go over it in ink very slowly. Slowly. I really do enjoy watching good calligraphists, because it's just like, how they can do it, I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's lots of practice, isn't it? So, like anything, the more you practice, oops, did that one, the better you get. Oh dear. Well, a little bit better-ish. I actually think the practice one's a bit better. Which one looks better? I actually think that one does look better. I'm going to go with that one. We'll just do it. Just do it. Okay, so yeah, this one. Not too bad. Handmade, it's not meant to be perfect. So on here I want to do a little stamping? Yes, I think I do. A little bit of embossing, just so it matches the inside as well. So, but just with the smaller image. So, one down there, and one there, and gold. Yep. Put that away first. There we go. And then we can heat that up. corners. Stampin' Up don't sell this anymore, but any corner rounder will do. I just think it looks a little bit nicer with rounded corners. Okay. Before I put that on, I'm going to wrap some of the gold ribbon around. So I am going to cover the inside as well. That's what I was looking for. So we can just place it. I want it to overlap where the two pieces go. So I'm just going to wrap that around. Just got a piece. And I could actually put a little strip there so it holds. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Where those two pieces overlap, you just wrap around and then secure it at the back. Like so. So that's covered nicely. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm still debating whether or not to put one of these on. I think it might be too much, seeing as we've got all that stuff going on underneath. Oh, that's two there. I might put one on the back instead. That does look nice actually. Yeah, I'm going to put one there and I'll put one on the back as well. So I am going to pop this up. So what I'm going to do, I'll do the rest of what I'm doing and then stick this on last, because I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals and I don't want it to get in the way whilst we're putting it all together. So the next bit to do is punch the holes for the pages. Now this bit I'm not too sure on, so you'll see how it goes. I'll take one of the pieces of Whisper White first. And I'm just going to start with one. So inner pages is meant to go to there. So I'm assuming you just pop it in and start, and then move to continuous and go from there. No, that's not going to be right. Oh. Okay, well that's kind of right, but there is one hole missing. It's just weird, I don't get it. So I guess flip it around. Just make sure that's in. properly. Let's see. That doesn't line up properly, does it? There's a big gap at the bottom. So that one's no good. Tell you what, save wasting another one. I'm going to flip it around and try again. Probably what I should have done is just use that as a guide. Or used my guide. Oh, I'm such a muppet. Use that as my guide. Because that's right, isn't it? So, if I use that, lining up one of the holes with the bit down there, that should then be right, she says. Let's see. See if that's right. Hey, kind of. Okay, it's leaving a big gap there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and cut another one, fiddle about with this a bit until, I think basically you've just got to guess until it's lined up right. So I'm just going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I kind of finally figured it out. I just faffed about with it basically until it kind of looked okay. So it's not perfect, but hey, it's handmade, so it's not supposed to be, is it? So I've just punched all the holes and that's the cover. So that's what it's going to look like. So to bind it, we need to put, now this is the bit I always forget as well, which way around to put these. It's got a thread on. So basically you hold your book as if it's finished, then you flip the back page to the front, so it's back to front. Then, you know, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, I thought I was right. So we'll start that bit again. So we've got our book cover all nicely done. Take your back page, flip it to the front, then you insert the this thing into the holes from the front. So let's just thread everything on. So, and then all your pages. Actually, yeah, it's easier to put it down. So I'm just going to do a couple lots at a time. Like so. Like that. And then when you've done, pick it up so it's the what are they called? The binder rings are just sticking out. Bring your Zutter back in and you're just going to stand it up in here, and that's going to close the rings. So just pop it in and squeeze. Now obviously this isn't too long to do all in one, so I'm going to slide it along. Just make sure it's all done. Like so. That looks good. squeeze there. Okay, I think that's all okay. Then you flip your back cover back and you've got your book. Hey, and it all works. Awesome. So that is the book made. Obviously we need to cover that, but then you've got your nice poem at the beginning, and then people can fill it in and you can stick photos in later on. I'm loving how this has turned out. So let's cover this. So for this I think we'll use some more pretty paper. So we'll grab the paper. We shall probably use the same one that's on the cover, I think. Where's the opening? There. So I'm going to grab a piece. Where is it? I need a piece of that. So the cover is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So if I cut this to 8 by 8, the same as the pages, then it should be just about right. So 8 by 8. Put it in the book. So, oh no, need to trim it down a little bit to take into account the rings. So 8 by 7 3/4. Let's try that. 7 3/4. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that looks good. So we'll just put some fast fees on the back of that. And a little bit more just for good measure. Take the backing off these pieces. Now, which way was it? No, that way. Yep. Open it. Oh, no, can't do that. Okay. Need to stand up. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. And then this bit, does it wreck it? I don't know if that's nice enough to go on there, because it's not perfect. I don't know. Maybe better if I... What do you think? I might leave it off because I don't love it. It's just okay. I mean, you could print something off to go on there, because that isn't the best. I'm not loving that. What I'm going to do is print something off and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone away and I've printed this from Canva and done the heat embossing the same as I did on the other one, and I think you'll agree that looks much better. But if you are confident with your calligraphy skills, then by all means do that. I've given you 2 options. So I'm just going to carry on and sticking this on like I said I was. Just going to pop a line of fast fuse just to stick that down, so half of it is showing. And then dimensionals, we're going to pop this up. I'm just going to put an extra one in the middle. Yeah, that should be fine like that. Yeah. And that is pretty much, I think, the wedding book, guest book done, I think. Oops. It's just going to go about there. I am very happy with that. Zoom out a little. There you go. You can see the whole thing, and it will open up and work quite nicely. That looks really pretty like that actually, with the overlay over that. So yeah, you can fill it in, put pictures in there as well. Very nice. I am very happy with how that has turned out. Leave the back plain. I'm loving that. So that is the wedding guest book. So I should have posted by now the invitations. I think I'll do that one first, and then the guest book. And yeah, I've got a few other wedding theme projects in mind as well that I will do, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.